Welcome back to Genuinely LAS and welcome to my first ever electric car experience courtesy of Fish Brothers Cupra in Swindon. Now, I'm very excited. This car is also a base spec with a tech pack, so pretty much as cheap as you can get in terms of a Cupra Born, and I wanted to experience that specifically. What is it like to live with a basic Cupra Born? Because this is probably something that most people who are leasing, business leasing, private leasing will probably be looking to get. So, should we hop in and take a look inside and go for a drive? Now, before we go for a drive, check out the interior, I thought, why don't we take a second to look at the exterior? I'm really interested to know what you think in the comments down below, but I actually quite like it. I'm quite a big fan of the Cupra Born exterior. I'd say personally, I'm not sure I'd go for white. I would probably go for a darker colour, like you see in the press releases, press photos, or the higher up in the range models. But I'm a fan, especially of the brown accent, the bronze accents, and also the headlights. And also, if you take a look around on the wheels, as this is the base model, the wheels are the smallest, which probably gives you a bit more comfort, to be honest, having a larger tyre wall. So, would you go for these, or would you go for a bigger wheel? Unexpected surprise for me, especially after driving it for a little bit, is this A-pillar. Now, as you can see here, it's really thin, and you've got a glass pane here, which means that your blind spot feels like it's a little bit reduced. It is quite nice. It does make the cabin feel a little bit more airy. Especially, you can see through here, we'll have a look more in the interior, but the depth of the dash is pretty deep. It does feel like it's quite a spacious cab in that respect. And as you can see, because there's no engine, the bonnet is small. It's a really short car, which I think is quite nice. Probably easier to park. It probably takes a little bit of getting used to in terms of the dimensions of it, but when you are, it's a good looking thing. I'll bring around to the side of the Cupra Born. It's got a similar kind of graphic on the back as you have in the ID3. I'm quite a fan of this. I do like it. I like the rear spoiler as well. It does make it look pretty sporty, especially from when you come around the side and look at the back. And also, I've got to say, this rear end, it's pretty delicious. This car looks pretty sleek. Obviously, right aimed for aerodynamics as well as sportiness, but I really like the diffuser at the bottom as well. I'm quite a fan of that. And the badge, I'm a big fan of the badge. To be honest, when the Cupra brand first launched as a standalone brand, I don't think I was too sure about it, but I really am enjoying it, especially the bronze accents. I know I've mentioned it before, but it's good. I mean, as well, considering this is a base model car with only the tech pack, it's pretty well equipped. I mean, you get adaptive cruise control, Apple CarPlay. The tech pack includes the wireless phone charger. I don't know why you want anything more, especially if you're leasing this or your private lease company car. Why? I don't think you need a more expensive version unless you wanted a bit more range. That is the only thing. Currently, I've got in this car that was 100% charged and had 190 miles of range, which if you're driving around town, it's totally fine. But if you're a motorway driver for most of it, you probably need a little bit more range to probably get a bigger battery model. But it feels like a step above a Honda E, for example, in terms of the usability around town. Yes, I can use it around town, but then I can also take it a bit further out. I can go on an adventure out of town. I don't have to really worry about charge that much. Especially with the Cupra app, the Cupra Connect app, which I've been using, the My Cupra app, which has allowed you can find charging stops on there, add to your journey, the car, put in the destination of the car, and it'll go straight there. It does work really well. I think for what it is, it works really well, and it's actually a great price, because £25,000 is a great price for all of that car. One of the things you do notice quite early on, especially when you're driving an electric car, is just how peaceful it is. Especially someone who drives a, fairly growly Alfa Romeo for good reasons and probably bad reasons. It's actually really nice. It's so smooth. There's no juddering along because you've maybe slightly made a mess of a gear change. And obviously, I'm not Lewis Hamilton. I may look like Lewis Hamilton, but I'm not Lewis Hamilton, so I do sometimes make the occasional mistake. But it's so nice. It's a lovely place to be as well. You've got the bronze accents on all around the car, which makes it feel a bit more feels like it's got a bit more going on than, say, a Volkswagen ID3, which is obviously what this car is largely based on. I think one of my main worries that I had with the idea of driving an electric car, and some of you might agree with me on this, is how would you feel motion sickness? Would you get motion sickness kind of just driving around on a regular basis? Because for me, I do get, you know, a little bit motion sick just being a passenger in a car. Sometimes if I'm driving like an absolute lunatic, potentially make myself feel a little bit travel sick. And to have a car that had instant torque, how would that feel? How would that feel just kind of moving around town? Would it feel just sickening, even just trying to get going and trying to get yourself initially moving and heading off? But so far, it's actually been really good. I've really enjoyed, I guess, the experience of the electric power. It feels so smooth. Obviously, if you stand down on the throttle, you're going to get more torque. You're going to get a massive batch of acceleration at one go, and that will probably feel quite sickening. When you're just kind of mooching around, yes, I would say when you first set off, the initial tap of the accelerator does feel a bit, oh, right, here we go, we're going now. But other than that, it feels like a relatively quick petrol car. It just feels nice and gradual. You don't feel like you're pushing your body to the limit. And I really like that. I think it's a really nice quality to have, and it alleviates, for me, what is quite a large fear. One thing I do think I have to say about the Cupra Born is what I do see having similarities with the ID3. The main category has to be the mobility aspect, the point A to point B. Yes, I think that's kind of the case of a decent amount of electric cars right at the moment. It doesn't feel that different to an ID3, you know? It doesn't feel super sport, it doesn't feel, say, you get into a Taycan, you've got the noise, or a Hyundai Ioniq 5N, you've got the noise. It just kind of goes about its business in a very nice, serene way, which is lovely from an ownership point of view, but you kind of think, oh, I really love a bit of something, a bit of noise, a bit of something just to make me think, oh, wow, I'm in a performance variant of, I guess, the ID3. Does look cool though, does look very cool. I'm a fan of the looks, it definitely do work for me. And the performance when you put your foot down. Oh, I mean, this is a base model, 200 horsepower, 7.3 to 60. It's quick. I know all electric cars do have that instant speed, but when you feel it, even in a car like this, you think, why would I need any more? Do I need a much faster car? It does the best of both in that sense. It gives you the performance and speed you want, with the serenity of just being an everyday driver. And just like that, my day of the Cupra is coming to an end. I just want to say a massive thank you to Fish Brothers Cupra Swindon for making it possible, letting me go out in their Cupra Born for the day. I think it's really cool, especially at the value it is now, just under £25,000 for this car. I think it really works as a possibility for like an everyday run around. Obviously I know it's still expensive, but relatively speaking, I think it's pretty good going. I think on top of that, I'm quite lucky that I've had Paul Simmons from Fish Brothers Cupra Swindon to explain and talk me through the different features of the car, how to operate different features of the car, you know, shortcuts here and there, and that's been really helpful. And definitely, if you're looking to buy one, definitely get someone to talk you through the features, because there are a lot of menus. It's hard to navigate some of them, so to have someone be able to tell you where to go, what to look for straight off the bat, it is definitely invaluable. And also thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you who've watched this far into the video. Let me know what you think of the Cupra Born. Anything, the exterior, the interior, the price, what do you think? and would you like to see more of this? Because I definitely think now I should really spend a bit more time with the EV, get to live with it in terms of charging it, you know, like going to charging points on a regular basis, things like that, just see what it's like. But thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.